Hi Sam, it is really cold in my room. I'm so cold. As you know that this week, or at least I think I told you Monday, that this week is Spirit Week for our school because we're celebrating having a dance on Friday. And the celebration spirit, we had twin day today, and I was you, which I'm not going to show you because it's way too cold in this room, but I had a picture of you on my shoulder, and then I wore my Harry Potter shirt that you have, which is the red one, and I was happy, and everyone was like, hey, it's Sam, how's she doing? And I was like, she's doing good. Today, I got really irritated in art. Mainly because my art teacher is very limited ideas on what art is. I have very broad ideas on what art is. Views on art are as followed. As long as the artist has a main idea or a main focus that they're trying to get across to the viewer and execute it in a very logical, not really logical, but like this line means this and this is what the viewer should see. It doesn't really matter if the viewer sees it or not, but as long as the artist has an intention behind it, I think it can be considered art. And my teacher thinks that art is whether you can distinguish something from life in it, and whether it is rendered well and looks realistic. I think that's a bunch of rubbish. And my AP portfolio is basically expanding upon the idea of fruit, and my art teacher has said to me about my art project that I'm doing right now, which you will see right here. Well, she has said to me that my fruit is currently, or no, she has said to me that this piece will get a bad grade. She hasn't distinguished what bad grade, but I can imagine that it will probably end up being a D. And that if I put it into my AP portfolio, she said this very bluntly, if I put it into my AP portfolio, I will not get a good grade on my AP portfolio. And if I gave it to her, turned it in like that, then I would not get a good grade on that, which I completely disagree. I like that piece. I think it's one of my better pieces this year because I have the idea behind it, which you should know, like, you should be able to see it already without me explaining it. And through that idea, I have been able to show it well, and what she's saying that I need to change with it is going to completely destroy the piece entirely. And so I completely disagree with her on that fact, completely. So I told my dad, and I was like, Dad, I'm not changing it this way. And he was like, yeah, I completely agree with you. That's stupid. Why would you do that? And so my mid-critique is tomorrow, and I think I'm going to get a 0 on that because of what she thinks that I need to change on it. I'm not going to change. And probably for my final critique, I'm going to just do another random piece and say, here's your random piece for you, Miss Now. Now, aren't you happy? I'm going to go see Twilight Friday and then go bowling, and hopefully I'll be back in time. I probably will be back in time to do a video, and so yeah. I finished this piece like 2 days after starting it because it was really easy to do, and when I was done, I was just reading in the room, and she got mad at me, so she said, do another piece, Ashley. I'm going to be really mad at you. And so I ended up doing this piece.